So we're back with another week of the Matt-umentary. We come ever closer to Matt's impending doom and demise at the hands of thousands of magicians at the world's largest magic convention, where he walks out on stage and makes a fool of himself. How you doing, Matt?
I mean...
I'm being motivational.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a realist.
My eyes literally just started twitching. It hasn't done that for ages. It hasn't done that for a week. And then I come and sit down at a table with you. You speak, and instantly my eye starts twitching.
Somebody turned around on the comments.
I think it's some kind of nervous tick that I get if I'm in close proximity to you now.
Somebody said on the comments to the YouTube channel earlier that I should be nicer to you.
I agree.
No. Look, I bring it up a lot, but this is how I feel our relationship can be summed up. Was Mr. Miyagi nice to Danielson? Was Mr. Miyagi nice to Danielson? No. He had him washing his deck and painting his fence. And
washing his what?
Deck. His deck. Oh, he was sanding his deck, I think. He was washing his car. He was waxing his car.
Painting his
fence. He was doing all of that, right? And it was only afterwards that Danielson realised just the methods behind Mr. Miyagi's brilliance.
When he kicked that other dude in the face.
Yeah, I am Mr. Miyagi. And the other dude in the face that you're going to kick, whose name is Johnny Lawrence, by the way, but there you go. That other guy who you're going to kick
is going to be... in real life?
I don't know.
Yeah, because he was in How I Met Your Mother.
What?
He was in How I Met Your Mother.
Was he?
Yeah, but not the last series.
Have you ever watched Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I actually have watched that.
Hey.
I had to watch it because I loved Karate Kid when I was growing up.
Yeah, Cobra Kai's okay. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, back to the Matt-umentary. How's your eye doing?
It stopped twitching when I started talking about Karate Kid.
And now it started again.
Well, we'll wait and see.
Okay, so how... a very quick update, and then I'll go through what we're doing this week. How are things going? How's the show planning going? I know you've been speaking to Drew Perry. I know you've been speaking to Rich Relish.
I have been speaking to Rich Relish, amongst other people. Loads of people have been really nice and given me ideas and stuff. And to be honest, if I went with everything that everybody's said so far and all of the ideas that everybody's put, including like Mark Paul and some incredible people, even got a chance to speak to the cast of Unbelievable, which is just nuts, and Simon, obviously. If I was to do everything that everybody's advised that I do, this show is going to be about 4 hours long.
Yeah. It can't be.
No, I know it can't be.
So?
I haven't got the brain capacity for a 4-hour show, I don't think. But yeah, so it's going well. I've got loads of ideas. I just need to whittle it down. I think with all of the ideas that I've got now, it's all stuff that I can do, or I will very soon.
Are you going through the narrative that I suggested to you?
Yeah, so I'm kind of... What I need to do is put a structure together, because I can't just bang a load of stuff together and hope that it works out. I need to put an actual structure together for the show. So I just need to find out what tricks are going to segue into other tricks.
Yeah, those transitions are so important.
Start. Yeah. Exactly. I was listening to somebody... What was I listening to the other day? I was listening to the Penguin Magic podcast. Mm-hmm. And ERIKTAIT was talking to somebody about it. And he had a guest on the show, and they were talking about putting a show together and how the transitions between the effects are what makes people stand out. Because it's not just do a trick, ta-da, do a trick, ta-da, do a trick, ta-da. People like Darren and, all these top guys, it all just flows really smooth from one to the other. So I need to try and, which is a lot harder than it looks. So I need to try and put that together, figure out what tricks are going to be able to segue into the next one, to be able to segue into the next one so it actually flows as opposed to it being choppy. And then once I've figured out what transitions into what, I can then put some lib to it.
So what are you more stressed out about? The bear pit or the show?
I mean, both are equally as terrifying.
Right, there's not one that you're...
No, they're both equally terrifying.
Okay.
The bear pit, there's going to be more people there because you physically can't get that many people in the House of Secrets. Although from what I've heard from people that have said are coming, I'm like, you do realise it's quite a small place, so I can't guarantee that everyone's going to be able to get there. Apparently, there's just going to be people watching from the street through the window. So I'm going to have to get Russ to make sure that you definitely put the blinds down. Otherwise, there's just going to be loads of people standing on the street in Blackpool knocking on the window looking.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, both equally as terrifying. I think the show at the moment is... I don't know why I clicked then. Did you hear that?
I did. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
I don't know. Jack does that. Every time he picks a card, he goes, beep,
Yeah.
boop, boop, boop.
I just clicked for no reason. Anyway, so I think the show is... Because I haven't really got into the structure of what I'm going to do for the Bear Pit yet.
No. We're working on various different things, and we're trying to figure out what's fitting your character and fitting your style, which is actually what we're going to be doing this week.
Okay. Yeah, I was speaking to somebody else the other day about the same thing, and they're actually going to be in the Bear Pit. I can't say who it's going to be because it hasn't been released yet. But I was speaking to somebody who already knows they're going to be in the Bear Pit, and they've said that what they're doing at the moment is just putting that structure together to make sure that it all flows and stuff. So
Cool.
yeah.
Well, look, I think we definitely go with the cups and balls. We've also potentially, by the time people have watched this, they're going to have seen the review that we did on Tuesday for Visions by Matthew Wright. I think that would be a good one to put in as well.
Yeah.
The other thing that I don't know if this will actually end up in the Bear Pit act. It might do, it might not. But I really want you to get the balloon swallow down. Because the balloon swallow is a great trick to do on stage. It makes a great opener. Does it fit with your style on stage? Probably not. But
No.
it's
funny though.
you can't just stick to your style. You have to do other stuff as well. So at least especially away from stage. And I think the more you learn from every facet, I think it's important.
Oh
So
yeah,
today-
100%. I want to learn all different kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put the balloon swallow into my stage act, but I stuff like that. It's like that's a party trick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I was going to say we're out on New Year's Eve, but we're not going to be because we're working. But if we at some point over Christmas get to go out,
No, we're having an
not
office
working.
Christmas party.
office Christmas party, exactly.
You're going to go sit there and swallow a balloon.
But I just think if everyone's drunk, and then there's balloons around, and then all of a sudden you just, as if you've pulled one off the wall or something, and then you just swallow it in front of everyone when everyone's drunk. I think that'd be hilarious. It'd be it's a good party trick, isn't it?
Yeah, so I'm going to go through how the balloon swallow works for you now. And I used to do this for years in the Illusion Show, and I still do it occasionally now. Alex Foden opens his cabaret show with the balloon swallow. So
Does he really?
Yeah, there's a lot of really good magicians that use the balloon swallow
Speak to him
in their
yesterday.
act. Yeah, well, Alex opens with...
I spoke to him yesterday, and he wants to do more close-up with me because we did that one close-up gig with each other ages ago, and he was like, "It was great. I want to do some more close-up with you." So we need to get some more.
Well,
gigs
the
in
problem
for
is
Alex.
he's in Essex and you're in the middle.
This is true.
So, geographically, it's not the easiest thing in the world. But...
Look, something in Milton Keynes, we can meet halfway.
yeah, halfway, right? But we're talking about balloon swallow.
Yes.
So let me explain how the balloon swallow is done. It's not a difficult thing to do. Obviously, you're not actually swallowing the balloon.
Thank fuck for that.
How it's actually working is the air is coming out the balloon. Now, I'm comfortable kind of going through how this works because, some people watch this might go, "Oh, this is exposure."
Well,
My
it's just
attitude towards this is the same thing as when we went through the cups and balls. There's 1,000 tutorials out there for the balloon swallow. If you wanted to find
Is
out
there?
how the balloon swallow
I
works,
should
you
have
just
told me
go
that
on
before. I
YouTube.
could have Googled it.
Yeah, no. So I'm going to go through it with you. So the balloon isn't actually being swallowed. Really, the air is coming out the balloon, but it's coming out
Into your mouth?
It's coming out the other end. So in the nipple of the balloon, that's the bit the other end. That's the official part of the end of the balloon, not the bit you blow up, but the opposite end.
Yeah.
It's called the nipple. What you do is in there you get a needle or like a safety pin or something, and you make a little prick. Okay, so you got a hole.
You make a Ryland.
Yes, you make a Ryland down the end of the balloon, right? And then what?
How do you get the air in it then?
Well, you're going to have to try this in a minute, so I'm going to get you to try it. When you blow it up, the air will stay in there.
Even though there's a hole in it.
Yes. It's kind of one of those weird quirks with modelling balloons. So you can have the hole in the nipple, and you can blow it up with a pump, because you're not going to blow it up with your mouth because it's difficult to do and you're not side pedal. You're going to blow it up.
Does side pedal blow him out with his mouth?
Oh yeah, he does mouth filling. So that he can blow it too with his mouth. He can put two in
Good lung capacity.
So you
Thanks, sorry.
you do. I don't know what I'm doing here. You do the you blow it up, right? Now what's going to happen is, and we'll go through this in a second, but you're going to have the balloon, the tied end, go into your mouth, and what's going to happen is you're going to be putting the balloon into your mouth like that, right? And what's going to happen is the tongue is going to push into the balloon. And what's going to happen is the tongue action is very important. The tongue is going to be pushing against the balloon, and it's going to be forcing the air out.
Exactly. That face there, that expression is exactly what I'm feeling right now.
It's going to be forcing the air
looks
out.
like he's about to be sick.
It's going to be forcing the air out the hole in the balloon.
My other eye has started twitching now. Both of my eyes are failing. Ah!
Listen to me. This is
I'm
important.
listening.
So you do this. Watch. Look, I'm trying to teach you right now.
No, you're not. I've just smashed my watch.
I'm trying to teach you. Now watch, because this is the technique I'm going to get you to try with me.
I'm not doing that.
Okay? So
Fucking hell.
you do that.
I'm not doing that.
Now what's going to happen is, as it goes in your mouth, it's looking like it's going down your throat, but in reality the air's getting pushed out, right? And it's really important that what you're going to be doing, and I'll go through this with you in a bit, you're going to be using your tongue to compress that balloon into basically a little piece of nothing. It's going to be kind of almost wrapping it up on itself, because what you don't want is a modelling balloon in your mouth, because you might choke, and that would be bad. So what you're doing is you're kind of almost tying this balloon in a knot as you're doing this. Okay? So
stop doing that. I'm trying to concentrate on what you're saying, but then every time you do that, it's not helping.
Now, it's really important that at the end, when you've tied it up into a knot, you put the balloon under your tongue so you can speak. You need to practice speaking whilst having it in your mouth, a little bit like you do with the bullet catch. So you don't want to go, you need to be able to speak normally, right? And it's really important that at some point later on, you spit it out. Do not swallow. Spit. Don't swallow. Because you want to make sure that you don't want to swallow it. It'd be bad to swallow it. So, a lot of people will have a glass of water, or they'll have a bottle of water or something at the side, and they'll take a drink and go, and they'll spit it into the drink or something like that. I had a friend who used to do the sword basket. He'd open up with the balloon swallow, then he'd do the sword basket, and he'd keep it in his mouth. And when he was putting the girl in the sword basket, he'd spit it at her face. He was not a nice person.
What a guy.
Yeah. And it was Kat that used to spit it out, and she never did anything to him.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we should tell Steph.
So yeah, there you go. So that's basic. Any questions?
Well, I guess this is just one of them things where I'm going to have to
Just take an invisible balloon and have a go.
No.
No, take an invisible balloon.
No.
Take an invisible balloon.
No.
Take an invisible balloon.
No.
I've got an invisible balloon.
No.
Blow it up.
No.
Blow up the invisible balloon.
I'm not doing it, because then he's going to turn it into a crap load of fucking memes that are going to be all over the internet forever. I know what you're trying to do, and I'm not doing it. It's not happening. Get me an actual fucking balloon, and I'll have a go at it. I'm not miming doing this, because it's going to be turned into a million other things all over the internet for the rest.
Turn it over.
Yes, you fucking would. Yes, you would. I'm not doing it.
I'm
not doing it. I'm not having that as a meme all over the internet forever. I know exactly what you're both trying to do, and it's not. I'm not a fucking idiot. No. Get me an actual balloon, I will have a go.
I can't believe you don't trust me and Michael.
Really?
Really?
You really can't believe that?
No.
Have we got any balloons?
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you a few balloons and a pump. You're going to stay here and practice it. Now, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you, and then you're going to practice it. We'll film you practicing. If it blows up in your face, don't worry. Just try again. It's not the sort of thing that you can be able to do straight away.
Those from my face.
And then here's what you can do then, right? Once you've got it down and you're confident that you can do it every single time, it's really important that you practice this outside of the comfort of the office and your home. Because the office is a comfortable environment and your home is a comfortable environment. So when you've got it down, I want you to take Michael and go round the estate Go to the McDonald's. Go to the petrol station. Go to some of the units. Go to the guy at the sandwich van. Go to a few different people and show it to as many people as you can. You want to show it to as many people as you can. I'm going to give you half an hour to learn it, and then you want to go and do it.
Today?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not hard. It doesn't take long to learn how to swallow a balloon.
You just said you need to practice this so you can get it right every time.
Yeah. But the best way to practice is experience. There's no substitute for experience, Matt. Look, performing this in the bear pit or on a show will be a very difficult thing to do. So you make it more comfortable by doing it in an environment that you feel uncomfortable. You take the comfort barrier away. Doing it to complete strangers, and they don't even know you're a magician, you're there deep-throating a balloon, that will make it so much easier to do it in a hostile environment like the bear pit.
So there's going to be parents with their children in McDonald's and...
Well, yeah.
I've got a deep... Surely that's not appropriate.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that do it in their family shows. Balloon swallow is popular in the holiday park. You're only making it inappropriate because swallowing a balloon looks a little bit like something else that might be done.
Exactly.
But a kid won't see that. They'll just look at it as swallowing a balloon. Oh, look, he swallowed a balloon. Oh, wow, that man's cool. I'll book him for my party.
Just get me a fucking balloon.
I'll get you a balloon. Okay.
Later that day.
Is he really making me do this in front of another person?
He is.
Tam.
Hey, mate.
He looks so scared. This is my friend Tam. He works next door to us. I've been practicing this thing. So I've got this show coming up in Blackpool in February, and there's this trick that Craig wants me to do in front of like a whole bunch of people.
Right.
And I just wanted to try it out, just to see what you think.
Sure. Let's go for it.
You happy?
Yeah.
All right, cool. It involves one of these.
Is that a balloon?
It's a balloon, yeah. And this is a balloon blower-upper.
Right.
But what happens is we blow up the balloon, and then we make the balloon disappear. In quite
So
a few...
that's going to disappear.
This is going to disappear. So we're going to tie the balloon. If I can actually tie, I don't think I can tie balloons. We're going to tie a balloon. Yeah?
Yeah. Right. What are you jumping at?
Just got to kind of,
It's like a robot.
yeah, a little bit. You ready?
Yeah. No. You're not swallowing that, surely. You're not swallowing that, are you? I can't hear you. No way. No.
It's not fun.
What happened to that?
It's gone.
Where?
It's like,
Can you feel anything inside?
yeah, it's horrible. It's not pleasant at all.
So how do you get it out then?
You have to pop it and then wait.
What do you mean, pop it inside of you?
It's really not fun at all. What do you think?
No. Well, so I'm waiting for you to get it out.
You'll be waiting a while. There's a guy I know at the sandwich van here. His name's Chris. Lovely, lovely guy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to send Mike over there in a sec. He's just going to talk to Chris for a second. And then I'm going to walk down, swallowing the balloon, and we'll see what Chris says. We'll give it a go. Yeah. Thanks, dude.
I see some weird stuff up here.
So, just got kicked out of McDonald's. Because apparently that's not okay. Deep throating a balloon in front of a room full of children trying to have their lunch. He's not alright. We've got to the next place down the road, which is a random garage. So we'll and there's still people in there trying to get their lunch.
So, you've learned to swallow a balloon. You performed it a few different places. There were a few places you weren't allowed to perform it, but you never gave up.
I got kicked out of McDonald's.
I know.
McDonald's kicked us out.
I don't know why they don't allow balloon swallowing in McDonald's. Was it the fact that you were swallowing balloons or you were filming yourself swallowing a balloon?
It was the fact that we were filming.
But I filmed
I didn't
at
even
McDonald's
get to the
loads of-
point where we were going to swallow the balloon. We sat there, I did a little bit to camera, I then got that out of my pocket, and by the time I got that out of my pocket, there was a lady who was walking around cleaning stuff, who just went, excuse me. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, what are you doing? And we were like, oh, we were just filming something for a YouTube channel. She went to put on the internet. I was like, yeah, it's a YouTube channel. She was like, nope. Done.
Wow. Even though it was just filming you.
Yeah. Well, there was obviously, it's McDonald's. And it was lunchtime. So the place was packed. There was people everywhere.
Yeah.
And then we went to the garage.
Yeah.
To try and film at the garage. Guys, English isn't his first language. So I was trying to explain to him what we wanted to do.
How did that go?
Exactly. I was like, because the thing is with that garage is it's just been taken over.
Yeah.
If it was the guys that were there last month, we'd have been fine because they all know we're magicians and we do stupid shit all the time.
Yeah.
So, but they're not. They're brand new. They've literally just opened like last week, was it, or something?
Yeah.
They've just because they had a refurb for like a month or something, and then they've just opened last week. So, like, they don't know who we are yet. So I've gone in and just gone, hey man, how's it going? Like, I'm working on a new magic trick. Like, can we film? Can we, do you want to watch me do it? And he went, huh? And I was like, magic. And he's like, I don't speak English. So he just told me that in English. But he's like, yeah, I don't speak English. And I was like, magic? And he went, oh, magic. I was like, yeah. And he went, oh, okay, cool, good. Are you? And I was like, yeah. I was like, can we film? And he went, oh, no, out. So he was all right until we said film. And then instantly he was like, nope, off you go.
Okay, well, you got a few different places.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got a few bits.
There you go. What have you
It wasn't
learned?
for want of trying.
What was the results of your little excursion with your balloon?
Tam loves it.
Yeah.
Tam next door, he was like, so where does it go? How do you get it out? I just went, you just have to wait. He went, how long? I was like, probably a few hours. And he looked at me and he went, what?
But he's an intelligent guy. He runs a business.
Yeah. He had
And
no idea.
that's an example of the reaction you'll get from doing something like the balloon swallow.
Chris was just like, at the sandwich van, he was just like, what are you doing? Are you okay? Chris is great. He was more concerned about why I decided to do that than what it was going to do to me or where it was going to go. He was just like, are you okay?
Is it a cry for help?
Yeah. He was like, bless him. Yeah.
So do you think you feel confident doing that in the bear pit?
No.
It's on the table. It's right there with the cups and ball. It's on the table.
I mean, I need more practice. That's it.
Look, you're not going to be comfortable doing anything at bear pit unless it involves a down verdi die in 35 minutes.
I've only got 7 minutes, haven't I?
Yeah, exactly. That's not entirely.
I'm not even sure I could do my routine for Anne-Verdi in 7 minutes. I've kind of stretched it out that far now.
So we're working on new stuff, and this is, I think, going to be your opener. But we'll see. I want to carry on practicing it, and we're going to carry on working on stuff. Next week we're going to be showing the footage of the London Magic Convention when you went to the London Magic Convention, because you got some great advice. We're going to talk a little bit more about the act. But the other thing is, me and Michael were thinking.
Oh no!
And we were thinking that the finale of the Bear Pit Act should be something that's maybe a little bit dangerous.
Why does it always have to be dangerous?
Because that's just the best type of magic, isn't it? When there's a bit of danger, a bit of excitement. Oh, it's a bit dangerous. Is he going to hurt himself? So
Normally, yes.
So I've decided that I'm going to teach you something called the world's most dangerous card trick. Ask me why it's the world's most dangerous card trick.
Don't want to.
Go on, ask me.
I really don't want to.
Ask me. I'm waiting.
Why is it the world's most dangerous card trick?
Because you take a bear trap.
A bear trap?
Yeah. You take a bear trap, right? And what you do is you open up the bear trap and you show it's real, because it is a real bear trap. It's not gimmicked, right? So you show it's a real bear trap. Now, you know how those things work. You put something in and it'll... Bear trap, right? So you take the bear trap, right? And you have someone pick a card and they sign the card. They lose it in the pack, and you very carefully put the cards in the bear trap. And the idea is that you have to reach in to the deck and pull out the card before the bear trap crushes your fingers. I've never seen anyone do that at the bear pit, and I'm just thinking bear pit, bear trap. I think that would work. So, what we're going to do in the next week or two is we're going to go and watch a friend of mine who's an expert at the bear trap. He performs almost daily, and he uses it to close his show. And I'm going to have you watch it, and then we're going to learn it. Any questions? Anything?
Bear trap.
A bear trap. You know, like a razor sharp. Yeah, bear trap. As in a trap that's designed to trap a bear. Metal and spiky. No one's done it in the bear pit before. It'll be brilliant.
How am I going to ride my motorbike if that goes wrong?
You just gotta have blind faith. I remember having a conversation with you a year ago going, what's going to happen in my musical theatre if I cut my tongue on a razor blade?
And then I cut my tongue on a bloody razor blade.
And it didn't.
And the inside of my mouth.
I know, but you push past that pain barrier, and now it's an amazing trick that you can do. And, you know, it was worth going through the pain, right? Well, this is the same thing. Is there a risk? Yes. Could you break every bone in your hand? Yes. Could you be in a situation where you can't literally do anything? Yes. But you could learn it with your left hand, and then you'd be fine.
Right, I want this on film now, so this is documented, right? If I break every bone in my finger or hand or whatever, and I can't work anymore, bear in mind that I work for you, and in order to be able to use a keyboard and a mouse, I need 2 working hands. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And go out doing gigs, I need 2 working hands. Mm-hmm. So if I break every bone in my hand doing this trick, because you've suggested that I do it,
yes,
I want full pay while I'm off.
Well, you wouldn't be off. We'd give you a headset and you'd type one-handed.
You can get one-handed keyboards.
You can get one-handed keyboards. And
What?
you have a headset. So you don't
One-handed keyboards?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the amputees do.
Yeah, what do amputees do, Matt? If you broke every bone in your hand, every bone in your hand, you wouldn't be handicapped. You'd be handy-capable.
You are a dick.
But we just have to look at the positive side of things.
What positive side?
It's
It
gonna
makes
be
for great fucking TV.
Yeah, it's going to be an amazing end to your act. And it's another string to your bow.
It would be the end of...
It'll be another string to your bow. It's going to be another thing that you can do to wow the
Is
masses.
it really dangerous?
I mean, it's a bear trap.
Yeah, but is it a real one?
Yeah.
Is it? It can't actually be dangerous. It's not actually going to break my fingers.
The trick is called the world's most dangerous card trick, and you put your hand in a bear trap. When you buy the trick, which I've already done for you, when you buy the trick, it actually says on the front page where it's meant to advertise it, we take no responsibility for any harm or injury that you cause to yourself through practicing this trick. So...
Why would anybody do that? Who came up with that?
A very, very intelligent street magician. One of the best in the world.
Who?
Mario. I'm going to interview him soon on the channel. I'll get him to have a chat with you.
Why would anybody come up with that?
Because it's epic. It's epic. That's what your act needs for the bear pit. You need to go out there and show them that you can do sleight of hand. That's what the cups and balls are there for. You can show them that you're a really good magician and you can present really well. That's what some of the other stuff's there for. And you need to show them something they've never seen before. And that, Matt, is putting your hand in a bear trap and pulling out a selected card. But don't worry about that too much because you've got a week to practice the other stuff. We'll get to the bear trap very, very soon. I just wanted to let you know it's coming. And it's coming really soon. Thanks for joining us here on another Matt-umentary. We'll be back again next week. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. Do you do the balloon swallow? Please let Matt know down below. Give him some advice. Give him some support. And let him know that the world's most dangerous card trick is absolutely the best choice to end his career, to end his act at the bear pit. We'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Craig. He's Matt. That was very good. All of that practice paid off. Apparently now you can do a blowjob. Good job. Just a joke. You blew the thing with the... Say bye.
Bye.
Can you give him some tips on swallowing?
For God's sake, Matt, when you finished it, don't swallow
Oh, you
spit.
talking around? You're working